Yeah, Teo. Teofimo. The takeover, Lopez. And the undefeated interim champ, Arnold Barboza Jr. It's all for the WBO Super Lightweight World Championship.
The tension between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez erupted during their face-off, and this wasn't some scripted boxing theatrics. What unfolded was raw, real, and personal, escalating faster than anyone expected.
Dope boy phone. Dope boy phone. You look small, bro.
This is our Ring 6 main event Saturday.
The moment they stepped onto the stage, the energy shifted. Cameras flashed non-stop, fans roared, and within seconds voices were raised. Lopez leaned in with that familiar smirk, confidence dripping, while Shakur stood perfectly still, eyes locked, unreadable. Then it happened. A sudden shove. Sure. Deliberate. Security rushed in immediately. The crowd exploded. Trainers yelled. Chaos swallowed the stage. This was no longer just a face-off, it was the spark that lit the rivalry. The real question now is what caused it to boil over so quickly, and who actually has the edge when they finally meet in the ring. Even boxing legends and major influencers are divided, with predictions flying in every direction. To understand why this moment detonated, you need to understand who these two fighters truly are.
Miles in the bank. Boy, ready? 3 more weeks. We locked in. Rounds in the bank. Khalil, what up, gang? Y'all already know. I promise you already. Tio better be working.
Shakur Stevenson embodies the new era of boxing. A disciplined technician, undefeated, methodical, and precise. He breaks opponents down systematically, solving them like puzzles in real time. He doesn't rely on raw power. He relies on control, timing, and surgical execution. Then there's Teofimo Lopez, chaos wrapped in ambition. Explosive, emotional, and unpredictable. The man who stunned the world by dethroning Vasily Lomachenko and announcing himself as a generational talent. But with that fire comes volatility. Lopez feeds on confrontation, momentum, and risk. This fight isn't just about skill, it's about identity. Shakur is patience and precision. Teofimo is energy and chaos. When those worlds collide, fireworks are inevitable.
Cause I promise you I put in so much work this camp. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm just checking in with y'all real quick, letting y'all know. Bet the bag. Boy is up. Catch y'all later.
Fans have demanded this matchup for years. Two elite fighters in their prime, complete opposites in style and mindset. Now that it's finally happening, the hype is unmatched. And after that explosive confrontation, one thing is clear. This is no longer just business. It's personal. It began calmly. Cameras rolling, lights bright, both fighters stepping onto the stage as the crowd buzzed, expecting the usual stare down.
February 31st, live, worldwide, exclusively on DAZN, 12 rounds scheduled for the Ring Magazine and W.
Then Lopez leaned forward, jaw tight, smirk locked in. Shakur didn't flinch, didn't blink. The silence stretched until it snapped. Lopez muttered something. Shakur fired back. Lopez stepped closer. And then chaos. A shove, a stumble, and pandemonium erupted. Security flooded in as trainers shouted and cameras captured every second. Lopez burned with fury. Shakur stayed cold, laser-focused, as if mentally cataloging every reaction. In that instant, the fight began. Not in the ring, but in the space between their eyes. Within minutes, clips flooded the internet and the boxing world went into overdrive.
Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. Damn it. First of all, Teofimo Lopez, you an attention whore. You always trying to get yourself and infuse yourself in something like you somebody. Bro, you ain't got in the ring and fought nobody and it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Okay, you fought Barboza. Congratulations, you fought and beat Barboza. Yeah, but you had so much smoke.
When the noise settled, one voice cut through it all. Hall of Famer Tim Bradley, speaking on his YouTube channel, didn't hesitate. Now you're fighting another GOAT of this generation. That's a problem, my guy. Teofimo, you're not beating Shakur Stevenson. I know your habits, and he knows how to beat you.
Yeah, what happened to the Haney fight? Yeah, the Haney fight would have been probably better suited for you if you fought Haney, but now you finna fight another GOAT of another generation of this generation. That's gonna be a problem, my big dog. I'm letting you know, and your fans know too. That's gonna be a problem because Teofimo Lopez, you're not beating Shakur Stevenson. You're not. No. I know your habits.
Bradley's message was blunt. Shakur has the blueprint and Lopez is walking straight into it. But not everyone agreed. Online, major streamer Aiden Ross made headlines by placing a $10,000 bet on Lopez. Loud confidence. Big money. But Terrence Crawford wasn't buying it. Teo is good at what he does, Crawford said, but he's getting washed. The split opinions only fueled the fire.
The 10K that we're betting, if I lose, charity. So then I'll put it on charity. But if I win, charity. So our 10K will go to charity. Okay. But you're gonna lose. I think Teo knocks him out round 6 or 7.
With what punch?
It'll be a left hook with a right haymaker.
Have you ever seen Shakur with something like that?
I have.
As debates raged across podcasts, live streams, and social media, one truth stood out. This fight started long before the opening bell. In boxing, rivalries ripple far beyond the ring, and this one has the entire sport watching. Fighters from multiple divisions weighed in, some cautious, some bold, all captivated by what could be the fight of the year.
Whoever God wants to win.
Whoever God wants to win. But, you know, skill-wise, ring IQ.
I mean, whenever Teofimo fights the best fighter in the world, Teofimo's the best fighter in the world, but we shall see what happens.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I think it's a great matchup. For both fighters, I think it's a great matchup and a great fight for both.
First up was Rolando Romero. Known for chaos, his response was surprisingly respectful. Whoever God wants to win, he said. It's a great matchup. A great fight for boxing. No trash talk. No prediction. That alone spoke volumes about how serious this matchup really is.
I feel like now, I've been in the ring when I was like 16. It's been a little while. Yeah. And, you know, I'm sure he's a total different fighter, but I have recently seen Teofimo spar, you know, like a couple years back. He sparred one of the guys from my gym. And, you know, I think it's safe to say that it's going to be a competitive fight. You know, like, it's definitely going to be a competitive fight.
Then came Keith Thurman, offering sharp technical insight. It'll be competitive. Both guys will land, he said. But I see Shakur pulling away late. He's more disciplined. At this level, focus is everything.
Like, Shakur is going to be, he's going to pull away with the victory just based off being disciplined. You know, at this level, you know, they both skill for skill. They both got skills. You can't take that away from them. But at this level, it's all about, you know, the small details. Who's disciplined, who's able to focus throughout the whole.
Thurman didn't just pick a winner, he outlined the path. Fast, explosive early rounds, followed by control and separation once strategy takes over. Fans understood that take instantly, especially knowing Teofimo's past struggles with consistency. Then Gary Antoine Russell added his own balanced breakdown, sending boxing purists into debate mode.
It's 50-50. You know, in order for you to participate in this sport, you gotta have a high level of confidence. I feel like both of them has a high level of confidence. Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, but styles make fights. Naturally, I think Teofimo Lopez is stronger than Shakur. Naturally, I think he has more athleticism than Shakur.
It's 50-50, Russell said. Teofimo's stronger and more athletic. Shakur's smarter and more technical. If Teo fights like he did against Lomachenko, he's got a real chance. That summed it up perfectly. This fight isn't about hype. It's about mental preparation. Skill-wise, both are elite, but mindset could decide everything.
You got an opponent in Shakur Stevenson who's confused now. He literally was looking around like the look that Shakur Stevenson had on his face was, I did not come here for this. And I think he even said, I really don't know what to say about it. That don't make for a good press conference.
For Teofimo Lopez, chaos is comfort. He thrives in intensity. He wants emotion, wants you off balance, pulled into his rhythm. That shove was his way of igniting the fire early. But Shakur Stevenson doesn't burn. He calculates. When Lopez pushed him, Shakur didn't react emotionally. He observed. That stare afterward wasn't anger, it was analysis. One man tries to bait emotion. The other refuses to play. This fight is discipline versus disruption, and the face-off revealed everything. With weeks left until fight night, both camps have gone quiet. The calm before the storm. Training clips leak. Sparring footage gets dissected. Fans argue over footwork, jabs, composure. The pressure behind closed doors is immense. For Lopez, it's redemption. For Shakur, it's legacy. Promoters call it a generational fight, and they're right. This isn't just about belts, it's about the future. When the bell rings, the talking ends. Precision versus chaos. Control versus aggression. Who breaks first? Drop your pick in the comments. Because when these two collide, it won't just be a fight. It'll be a moment boxing never forgets.